Welcome back, everybody. OMT Online Dynasty. This is going to be our game of the week for week 11. If you're unfamiliar with what this is, you've never seen an episode of this before, this is our 32 user online dynasty. We've got those teams broken up into 4 custom conferences with 8 teams in each. We are in week 11. We've got 11, 12, and 13. So we are coming down the home stretch for these conference races. The action is heating up. This has been a phenomenal season, and it's looking to be a heck of a finish for us here. So for our game of the week, we're going to be featuring Swaggy and his Bowling Green Falcons in the Oregon offense. I believe a lot of people have it set as one thing and then change it before the game starts. From what I can tell, he is in the Oregon offense, taking on Ramsey and his Navy midshipman, who is for sure in the Iowa offense, a playbook we have never seen anybody run before. I do know our newest user, Cosmic Selector, took over the UAB Blazers, also runs the Iowa offense. We got a little Hawkeye takeover going on throughout the dynasty here. Be interested to see how this playbook plays out. If you are interested in potentially joining this online dynasty, it is all going to be done through the Discord. The link for that is down in the description below. Either DM me or just tag me in a post. Let me know you want on the wait list. I will get you on there. Fair warning, there are, I believe, 22 people on the wait list as of right now. So it might take you a minute, but eventually you'll get a spot. It might have to be in College Football 27, but eventually you will get a spot in this dynasty. So first thing first, we're going to go over the depth charts of both of these teams, Bowling Green visiting Navy. Then at the end of the game, we'll go over the full conference standings, go over everything that happened in week 11, make sure we're all caught up as we head to the finale here. So first thing first, let's go check out Swaggy and his Bowling Green squad. He's going to have Ross Winborn, redshirt freshman, leading the way here. We got a little bit more speed, so this is kind of an interesting situation because the initial person, Ben, who was Bowling Green, had this team kind of built to run a triple option, run a Service Academy offense. Now we've got Swaggy coming in trying to run the Oregon offense. It's gonna be a little hit or miss. That's about as polar opposite as you can get when it comes to some roster construction. So Swaggy's going to have some work to do to get this team where he wants to be, and that's why we see somebody like Nick DeMott sitting on the bench here with his 86 speed and magician, because in a triple option offense, this guy would be great. In the Oregon offense, I'm guessing, yeah, we're going to go with a little more throw power and the accuracies. Holy cow, DeMott. It's literally just about a 50-50 if you can throw a deep ball with him. So we understand putting old Ross Winborn up top here for Bowling Green. At halfback, we got a very good one here with Oliver, the big red machine. Recoup, sidestep, and armbar, 91 speed, 94 XL halfback. So that's solid. We expect good halfbacks if we are building for a triple option. And a very good wide receiver one here too with Austin Clay, 94 speed, 95 XL with sidestep, 6 foot tall. Now behind him, not much. Not a whole heck of a lot behind him. At least we do have a 91 speed, 6'1" down here with Caleb, but he is a 67 overall. Yeah, we keep a little bit slower, but a little higher overall receivers in there for Bowling Green. Tight end wise, not looking too hot. Chase Peralta, at least we got a silver 50-50, 6'5". Maybe we can chuck some things up to him and hope for the best, see what happens. You could tell there was some triple option influence when it came to initially putting that offense together. We'll see how it works in a playbook like the Ducks. Left edge, very good here. I'm not gonna, Collins, 6'7", pure power, grip breaker, pocket disruptor, and hammer. Wow, that is a heck of a left edge we got here. Anything on the other side? No, okay. But at least we got one really good edge, and oh my goodness, a 67 overall defensive tackle with only 77 strength, but with platinum grip breaker, platinum pocket disruptor, and workhorse. Can anybody explain to me how this happens? Does he have, how in the world? Is it because of his toughness and injury? I don't know. He's 99 toughness, 99 injury. Is that how you get these abilities? Platinum grip break, because we do have manual progression on, but like for me, I always just did automatic until very recently because I don't know like exactly how to get these abilities. But a 67 overall with platinum grip breaker, platinum pocket disruptor. Very interesting. And he's hidden down at 3rd on the depth chart. I'm curious to see if we see Ian Vandermew. I would guess that was like from South Africa or something. Very good Sam linebacker here though with Andrew Hines, 6 foot tall bouncer, 86 speed. Let's see any other linebackers. No. So I expect to see Hines potentially as the sub linebacker. We got a solid enough top 2. I mean, this is a free safety playing corner. you got to play with the hand you're dealt here, because if a spot does come open and you're next up on the wait list, you do, as long as we are in the season, you do have to take that team because of the custom conferences and custom schedules. If you take another team, you're just playing the CPU all season and it's just a whole mess. But then during the off season, you are free to change to any other currently 2-star or below group of 5 team. So yeah, just kind of playing the hand we're dealt here. So I don't hate moving that Austin to corner at all. It gives you 2 very, very solid corners there. Then you still have a solid free safety with Jordan Lester at 6'2", house call and robber. I'm still just mind blown by that defensive tackle. That just makes absolutely no sense to me. So he's got a, is he playing anywhere? No, he's not. That is surprising. Sub linebacker is Hines. That's no, we kind of saw that coming. Is he the nose tackle? No. Okay. I'm very confused on what's going on with that defensive tackle situation, but that is how the Bowling Green Falcons look. Let's go check out Ramsey and his Navy midshipman, who will be led into battle by Victor Von Bloom. Maybe I'll put a little Dr. Doom mask on him. 83 overall, 84 speed. Now we do know he Navy has changed around playbooks quite a bit. They've been in some triple option, they've been in some go-go, and now in the Iowa kind of pro style power run. So we'll see if they still utilize the legs here of Victor Von Bloom. He does have extender, good speed, good excel, good agility, a lot of good things, a lot of things to like on this quarterback. His throw power is not super high, but his accuracies are pretty dang good. 88 and 86 for short and medium. Falls off quite a bit when you get to deep, but in the offenses he's been running, we don't really need too much deep accuracies. So I like the looks of that guy. Halfback, we are going to have Caleb Stranger Things Hawkins, shout out. I think it was Taxi Cab. Our Rice user came up with that nickname for Caleb, who was an absolute stud. Redshirt sophomore, 83 overall, 90 speed, 93 excel, armbar, and downhill, 6'2", 205. Guy's an absolute monster. We expect him to make a few plays throughout the game here today. Wide receiver, very good top 2 here with Taquan Merling and Miles Coleman, both 93 speed. Coleman only 5'6", 164, but 360 double dip and sidestep on him. Then redshirt freshman impact dev. So keep your eyes on this guy going forward. Then another bit of a drop off here after his top 2, but this Dante Hennessy star dev true freshman looks very, very solid here as well. So I like the looks of the wide receivers, love that quarterback, love that halfback. I like what Navy's putting together here on the offensive side of things. Tight end is going to be Draymond Green, 6'3", 80 speed tight end. Offensive line, let's see if there's anything really of note here. Just some guys moved around to different positions. We'll see if that has any sort of negative impact on the Navy offensive line. Left edge, we got Johnny Donaldson playing out of position. Will linebacker with bouncer. Right edge, we got a gold pocket disruptor on Eric Daniels. Like the looks of that. Defensive tackle, another pocket disruptor, some more workhorse. I was going to say another gold pocket disruptor, but that's Eric Daniels again. Silly me. Linebacker wise, Malachi Boone, 6'2", 240, 83 speed. Pretty solid. Very, very solid Mike linebacker playing Sam linebacker. So overall, pretty solid linebackers. No real standouts for us there. Corners, Braxton. Hello, Jalen Braxton. 6 foot tall, 92 speed, 90 overall. Knockout, house call, ball hawk, and bouncer. Edmonds, very solid here too. 5'11", 90 speed, 88 speed, and house call on Hinton. So I wonder Braxton maybe he's using as his slot corner. We got to imagine he's on the field somewhere. Free safety. Oh, there he is. That didn't take us long. He's gonna be starting up at free safety for Navy, which again makes sense with those abilities. I think I like having him up at free safety, and it doesn't look like we had any free safeties on the roster. It is notoriously difficult to recruit and get transfers and things at these service academies, so you got to play the cards you are dealt. So I think that's, let's see, who's this sub linebacker? Higgs and Fitzsimmons. Slot corner is going to be Hinton. Okay, so that is how these two teams set up. Bowling Green against Navy, Swaggy against Ramsey, American Conference Showdown. Let's get to the game. And we will have Ramsey in his midshipman starting with the ball first here in that Iowa offense. I do love that ace slot formation. We'll see. We're going to break that one out a whole heck of a lot here. So, of course, we are going to have some game breaks from some other games that were going on this week as well. And we're just going to watch the first full drive of each team and then start dancing around a little bit and get to the action. Navy is coming out a little under center. Just stick with that run. Give it to Stranger Things Hawkins. Look at the moves of the big man in the backfield, getting the jukes. He is unbelievable. Having a back like that, being in a playbook like Iowa just makes makes all the sense in the world. He is so good. I imagine he is going to be kind of the star of the show here for Navy. Now to some I-form tight, and Hawkins is actually out of the game already. That is Mike Taylor Jr. in the backfield with Victor Von Bloom, and the fullback, who Jamichael Hope, motioning out to the right. See if we're going to give it just up the gut again, trying to take it up the middle and bouncing it outside, but Mike Taylor Jr. not quite able to pull it off as well as Caleb Hawkins can. Staying in some under center, looks like some single back bunch and nasty this time. Caleb Hawkins back in the backfield. It's going to be play fake to him. Victor Von Bloom. Oh, I thought we were chucking that one deep. Oh, did I think we were going to the deep post there? Instead, we'll just take the check down, keep giving it to Caleb Stranger Things Hawkins, and I mean, things are going to go well for you. Fun fact, I've never actually seen Stranger Things. Haven't seen a second of it. I should. I want to. All the promo stuff for the last season looked pretty cool, looked pretty interesting. I've heard good things about it, but just never sat down and watched it. There's so many shows. I just use this as an opportunity to ramble. So many shows I've just never seen in my life. Breaking Bad, I saw the first like 3 episodes, gave up on it, never went back and watched it. And of course, Better Call Saul, never seen that. Stranger Things. There's a whole wide world out there we haven't seen, as we see Victor Von Bloom trying to roll out on a little play action pass, but the Bowling Green defense flies into that backfield, brings him down. 2nd and 19. Yeah, if there's a TV show, chances are I haven't seen it. But I have seen Parks and Recreation like 30 times. I could recreate that show just from memory, start to finish. That in The Office. Seen them all a bunch. The Sopranos, I didn't see the last like 2 seasons. I watched a lot of it though. Dexter. I watched the last season with the Trinity Killer. I'm getting way off track. This game, they're just going a little slow right now. It will pick up though. Navy goes, whoa, what a play there by number 88. That is Draymond Green. Catching that one in the left flat, shaking off the defender, making some moves and picking up 12 on what should have been a little gain of 2. Great play there by the Navy tight end. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Dexter. The last season I watched at Dexter was with the Trinity Killer, which was John Lithgow. Great season. Then I was behind when whatever the season was after that came out, and I heard it wasn't great, so I just never went back and watched it. So, fun facts about OMT. That's what this game of the week becomes. We go with a little zig route over to the left, right back to Draymond Green, and from a 2nd and 19. Trust our big boy tight end, 2 catches for 20 yards to pick up the first down. 3 minutes gone by here in the first. And Navy, yeah, they sure, I mean, I take my time to pick plays too, so I can't, I can't really say much. Now it looks like we are coming out in that A-slot formation that I like so much. We're going to a flood on the short side is interesting. I'm not even sure what that hot route, I'm not sure what these hot routes are. Got a lot going on over to the left, all just distracting over to the left so we can hit Caleb Hawkins, leaking out to the right. Give it to the Stranger Things. Give it to your guy. Let him get the first down. I mean, I think we got time. Let's just do a game break right now before the next play even happens. Western Kentucky versus Army 0-0. 4 minutes in the first. Western Kentucky using their usual stuff, getting aggressive here on 4th and 18. We've seen them do that many times. This time it backfires tremendously as Army, Timeless Raven, steps in front of that one, takes it back to the house. An early 7-0 lead for the Army Black Knights in that one. All right, and now we got Navy ready to go back into power I, going back to the toss out to the left. And again, that is Mike Taylor Jr., but Mike Taylor Jr., it's almost like he heard me that first time say he doesn't have the same wiggles as Caleb Hawkins. He took it personally. He found some space in there, takes it in for the midshipman touchdown. That Iowa offense slowly matriculating their way down the field, giving Navy the early lead in this one. Let's see how Bowling Green can respond here. Coming out in a little split back, just trying to get a run going up the gut there, but the midshipman defense all over him. I believe that was, who is number 33? Oh, that is Lorenzo Childress of Bowling Green trying to take that run up the gut. So we are staying in some split slot. I mean, this makes a lot of sense to me because remember what we said in the intro there. Bowling Green was initially built as a triple option team. We have strength at halfback and a pretty solid quarterback. So coming out, not wanting to run the triple option, but coming out in some split formations where we can still utilize those halfbacks. Beautiful throw right over the middle there to Jared Merck, by the way, to pick up that first down. But utilizing some of those split back sets where we can get both of our good halfbacks on the field and let Winborn kind of pick and choose, we can still do some good runs out of there. I think this makes actually a ton of sense for a team like Bowling Green. As we see them stay in the split here, a little Tampa 2, that is going to go to the big red machine. What a spin move. Oh my goodness, Oliver Red gets a little bit of space out there, then makes his own space out there with the big spin, picking up a big first down, pushing him into Navy territory here already after just a couple of plays. Like what we're seeing out of the split formation here, but now we come some U off. Now, this is a formation I have never really messed with. I've never really like the looks of it personally, and we'll see what Bowling Green can draw up here. With a minute to go here in the first, I mean, it looks kind of like that ace slot offset, so in that way I like it. And we got the deep corner. What a beautiful ball, beautiful catch there by Brennan Ridley. This Oregon playbook for Bowling Green seems to be doing some wonders. Just what, 4 plays, deep post corner. I mean, that is a perfect example of play. I look at that and I think, how in the world am I ever going to get time to throw that to that route, the red route there? He's on PlayStation, so I think that's circle, where he kind of goes up, looks like a big post, and then actually goes out to the corner. Well, that's how Bowling Green just showed us the exact template to be able to hit a throw like that. Now we stay in that same formation, try to get a little RPO going out to the right there to Brendan Ridley. Navy flies down, makes that tackle. Are we? Yes, it looks like we will get one more play off here before half. Wing slot offset, another very good formation. I like what we're seeing here out of Bowling Green in this offense. Utilize those tight ends, try to utilize those backs, give it back to number 32. The big red machine takes that one up for a gain of 5. A 3rd and 2, ball at the 5. Bowling Green looking to tie this one up. Let's see what the call is going to be here. Going to probably stay in a heavy set, maybe go back to some split. It looks like we will wait until the start of the second quarter, which can actually take us to our next game break, back to Western Kentucky and Army, a 7-0 ball game. Western Kentucky with the ball. Well, there's 4 seconds. Hold on. I doubt we're getting a snap off here before the end of the quarter with 4 seconds, but I guess we can wait a second and see before we throw it to a game break. 3, 2, 1. Indeed, that is the end of the quarter, so let's very quickly go. Western Kentucky again going for it on a 4th and 4 here, down by 7 minutes and a half in the first, rolling out, looking deep over the middle, finds his guy number 49, puts the juke move on and gets in for the Hilltopper touchdown, tying that one back up at a 7-7. What a play there. Western Kentucky very aggressive on those 4th downs, bit them once. This time it pays off for them as they get in for the touchdown. Now we're going to empty bunch wide. So the complete opposite of what I thought. We might stay in some wing, some little heavy sets, maybe some split back. We're just going straight empty. And I do want to see, it is still Winborn in there. I was wondering maybe we were doing a QB swap, so the backup quarterback could come in and go for a run, but we are just staying in bunch. We got him right over the middle of the field, right over the top of the defender, finds his man, number 88, Chase Peralta, right on the back line there for the Bowling Green touchdown, tie this one up at 7 apiece. Now we can start jumping around a little bit here as Navy looking to answer back here, taking about a minute and a half so far in the second quarter, but has pushed the ball to Bowling Green's side of the 50, ball at the 40 now. 1st and 10, setting up a little underneath pass, potentially going to that whip route. We are indeed wide open over to the right flat. There is number 85, Miles Coleman, our little guy, our favorite little guy, wide receiver, wins on the whip, gets wide open. Navy now going to a little bit of hurry up, the complete opposite of what we saw from their first drive there. Very deliberate, really taking their time to pick their plays, then go to a little hurry up, try to catch them off guard with a halfback direct. Let's really quick throw it to another game break here. We have one more from the first quarter, this time with New Mexico State taking on UNLV in what potentially could be a new heated rivalry in the Dynasty, much like the TV show with the 2 hockey dudes banging each other. Heated rivalry. UNLV down 3-0, 50 seconds left here in the first. Hits one deep over the middle, setting up a 1st and goal at the 6. Pedal to the metal, get outside on that run, take it to the pylon, touchdown. UNLV Rebels in that Mountain West showdown. UNLV goes up 7-3. So Navy, I don't think we really missed much here. Going with the play action, has the deep corner, but Victor Von Bloom airmails him. He has a walk-in touchdown there to the left pylon. Bloom unable to hit that throw. Now a 3rd and 9. Let's see what Navy is going to draw up here. Try to punch this one in to take this lead back. Going with a little seam streak there to our tight end. Gets caught on the line. Go for that delayed slant. And number 85, little Miles Coleman, shakes off the tackle for being 5'6", 160 pounds, soaking wet. He is not able to get brought down that easily. Wins on the delayed slant, the opposite of a quick slant. And even look at that coverage by number 39, just absolutely all over him. But Miles Coleman having none of it, fighting for that Navy first down, giving them a 1st and goal here at the 6. Let's see what Navy's going to draw up here. So we are going back to some under center, back to a little like strong eye kind of thing. It looks like here. Sounds like they're doing some work in the apartment, potentially above me. That was very loud. I don't know if that came across or not. We are just going to toss one out to who else but Caleb Hawkins. He is going to do the rest in for the Navy touchdown. The Iowa playbook seems to be working some wonders here for the midshipmen so far. Seems to work well with the talent they have got. We'll go ahead and throw it to another game break here. We're just skipping around so much. I feel like we're doing game break after game break, but here we go. Back to UNLV against New Mexico State. New Mexico State did get 3 more on the board here to make it a 7-6 ball game. UNLV with the ball, 4.5 minutes to go in the second. But here comes the New Mexico State defense. Blitzes, hollers at him off that left edge. Scoop, score, big man touchdown for the Aggies to get them ahead. I believe they go for 2 and don't get it. And again, they're doing the work up here. So sorry if you can hear that. But that would make it 12-7 then lead for New Mexico State. Bowling Green going back to their split back offense. We saw some pretty good success out of this earlier. Tries to go for that Texas route underneath. And Winborn just absolutely airmails that pass. We had him open on that Texas route, it certainly looked like to me, but Ross puts a little too much wind underneath that one. Interception. Navy taking over at the 34-yard line here before half. The way Navy's been playing this game, they might just be able to kill the rest of this clock and take it to half with a 2-score lead. Wouldn't shock me in the slightest. We'll see. Coming out in that heavy set again, looks like tight end on the left. That looks like a wide receiver out there, number 10 though. And it's a run to Miles Coleman. Little Miles Coleman doing it all for this Navy offense. You need him to win on a delayed slant and tight man coverage and shake off a tackle. He can do that. Put him in the backfield, let him get a little wiggly back there. That's kind of why I like those little running backs. I swear there's something to it. And Coleman gets a gain of 24 on that first play. 1st and 10 for Navy now at the 12-yard line. Back to some power football here from the midshipmen with Hawkins in the backfield. Gotta imagine that is where this one is going. We're checking our run blocking. It's gotta be a run to Hawkins here. Motioning him out, motion him back in. Doing something, motion him over, sure. There's a lot of motion, a lot of things going on here as we manually chew that clock down to 1 second. And oh my goodness, I think Hawkins took that one into the upside down. I thought he had nothing but room to take that one in there, but he gets brought down after a gain of 4, taking it to the 2-minute warning. Back to some power football here with Navy in the power eye. Looks like a play action we were actually setting up here. The fullback to the right flat would be my first guess of where this one is going, potentially to X. No, all over the fullback. Can we just step up and run? Great defense there by Bowling Green. Took away the fullback flat, took away everything on that right side. Potentially could have had that late dig, but the pressure got in there a little too quick for us to find that one. Bring them down for the sack. 3rd and 11, ball at the 13. How aggressive are we going to get here with Navy? Are we just going to run this ball, try to set up a field goal, or are we going to try to push this into the end zone? We will see. 3rd and 11. Looks like Bowling Green did take their time out there, which is smart. Little double mug on defense. Come in, mug that gap. Let's see if this is actually going to be mid blitz or not. If it is, that guy on the left is coming through untouched. Oh no, they actually did pick it up. They all dropped back. Victor Von Bloom finding room to run, going to the right, trying to get to that pylon. But number 18 of Bowling Green is able to come in and bring him down, and we are going no huddle. We are hurrying up. We are going to try to pick up this first down. We are not happy with settling for a field goal here down at the 4-yard line, 4th and 1. Love the aggressive call here from Navy. And audibling down to a different formation this time. Maybe just looking to try to see if we can't hit this quick wheel route. Looked like there's some mesh going on the field here too. Oh no, we're actually blocking our halfback. Just really looking, probably one of those drags. No, we're still deciding. We're still making up our mind here. And in fact, we're going to take a timeout. And it took so long to take our play here. We're going to have to take a delay a game. Now is Navy just going to settle for this field goal then? Now that it's a 4th and 6. Just a little too indecisive. That is a problem when you're... Because I know he hasn't been in Iowa all year. So it's a somewhat new playbook. That is always a bit of an issue. When you're in those kind of situations, you don't have your go-to plays. You don't know exactly what you want to do. And that can lead to some problems with the play clock. I've been there 1,000 times. So settle in for the field goal. The kick is up. The kick is good. That is a 10-point lead for Navy. At least they were able to take advantage of that turnover and get 3 points on the board there. Push it to a 2-score game. Let's take it to another game break here between Western Kentucky and Army. Army's found themselves, up 21-7, but Western Kentucky does not want to go down that easy. We got a 2nd 11 ball at the 16, going with a little RPO out to the left, and number 1 walks into the packed house. The Army faithful going nuts in that end zone. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Bring that one back to a 21-14 game. Now let's see if Bowling Green can get anything on the board here before half. Who started with the ball? Whoops, let's get this back over there. Navy started with the ball. Says their very, very long touchdown drive to start the game. That's right. So if we can get anything on the board here as Bowling Green, and then we get the ball to start the second half, oh my gosh, I thought that was a referee. I 100% that safety was the referee. I didn't realize that was a defender. I thought that was like a walk-in touchdown. Glad that wasn't me. I did not see that guy for a second. I thought that was a Bowling Green touchdown. One play, bing, bang, boom, we're in there. Oof. But Bowling Green is picking up a little bit of steam here. We've got it to Navy's 38-yard line with a minute 14 to go and still have both of our timeouts. So time, not really concerned at all. I like where we're sitting here. Press man. Did Bowling Green have the one really fast receiver? Whoever it was on the left got absolutely jammed into oblivion. We try to find our tight end over there. Luckily, it was pass led enough to the left that he was unable to come down with that interception in bounds. Just an incomplete pass. Minute 9, 38 seconds. Let's see what else we got here in this Oregon offense. Good old normal Y off close. Still one of the better formations in this game. Looks like we are trying to Mabel that right side. We still have that tight end corner. Good pass lead down there from Swaggy from Bowling Green to his tight end. It definitely looked like a pass lead straight down to make sure we can catch that before the corner or safety, whoever that was over on the right, can react to that. Click on, come down, make that catch. 1st and 10 now at the 17. Still 2 timeouts. Still a minute 3 to go. Very impressive drive here from the Falcons. Staying in our normal Y off. Let's see. Yeah, we have the time. We can 100% sneak a run in there. I didn't see that coming. As Oliver Red taking that one right up the gut for a nice gain of 6. Kind of work the clock here a little bit, even if you're Bowling Green. If we can score, head right into half, get that ball right back, we're sitting in a pretty good spot. Staying in normal Y off close. I gotta think mesh is coming at some point. That's always just, oh no, little shuffle motion from our halfback here. And we hit the halfback. He shuffles his way to the open space, gets him wide open there. Navy's able to bring him down, but at the 1-yard line. Staying in normal Y off close. What is going to be the go-to here out of that formation? I don't hate coming on that goal line, something like 60 out jacks or something. Gotta check who's all on the field here. Or no, we are just gonna stick with big man. Essentially, it's very similar to double mug. Essentially, we're just rushing a ton of people, trying to get that RPO. That's why it's nice to stay in a big man blitz. You're not giving up that RPO. Bring them down for a loss of 2. Now, 2nd and goal at the 3. Bowling Green does take their 2nd time out. A little trips look for Bowling Green. Something we haven't really seen out of them before. Definitely made him think about that RPO. As he's getting hit, Ross Winborn delivers an absolute strike to Jared Merck over the middle there from middle slant. We saw the user defender of Navy had to come down to the left. You have to respect the RPO out of a trips formation down at the 3-yard line. Hit him with that middle slant by just enough time. And even in the grips of that Navy defense, Winborn is able to find his guy. Touchdown, Bowling Green, 3-point game. I assume this is just going to head to half. I don't believe anything happens here. Nope, it is going to take it to that second half with Bowling Green getting the ball down by 3. Massive drive for Swaggy and his Falcons. Bowling Green looks to be taking advantage of that opportunity of starting with the ball here in the second half. Down to the Navy 41. Took about a minute and a half. We got 4.5 to go here in the third. Staying in a bit of a trips look here, halfback on the strong side, going with that run up the gut to Oliver Red, gets brought down for a short gain, just 1 yard there, staying in some Y off trips. Are we going to be staying in mint here on defense? Certainly it looks like it. We are indeed. Looks like a little cover 9 potentially with that guy in the deep half. Trying to, oh, he left. Oh, that's the danger of using that deep half. We bite down to try to take away something underneath. 87, Jared Merck going vertical. Ross Winborn finds his man. Bowling Green just like that. The score right before half. Get the ball, score again, and we have gone from down 17-7 to up 21-17. This Bowling Green offense, I like what we're seeing here a lot. Now, Navy looking to answer back, but have found themselves at a 4th and 4 right around midfield here. Just under 2 minutes to go now in the third, and we are going for it. All right, here we go, Navy. What can we draw up here to try? I mean, this obviously isn't actually for the game, but this is a massive play in this game, down by 4. Don't want to hand it back to this red-hot Bowling Green offense on the wrong side of the 50. Sneaking the halfback out on a streak. Maybe, oh, see, again. Oh, we are going. That pass was not for that man. That pass was not for that man. That was a throw to the halfback that I think it was Jamichael Hope ended up snagging that. That is, yeah, 24 Jamichael Hope. I don't believe that pass was for Hope, but he keeps the hopes alive by reaching out and just grabbing that himself and picking up the first down for Navy. It certainly looked like we were throwing that to the halfback streak, but hey, a first down is a first down. A catch is a catch. Keep the drive alive. Let's see what we got. Now for Navy, we've seen a couple of times that sneak it out. Wow. I was just going to mention, we've seen a couple times this Bowling Green defensive line has actually been doing a good job of kind of jamming, chipping, whatever you want to call it, those Navy receivers when we're in those tighter sets. Like that last play on that 4th down, we had that sharp corner route. That's where my eyes were going to be right away. But as soon as he went out for that route, he was jammed up by the defensive end of Bowling Green. And then he just goes and makes that one-on-one tackle out to Hawkins as we just tried to dump one down underneath him when Hawkins looks like he has a lot of room to run there. So now that we've got a 2nd and 11, down by 4, we are on the correct side of the 50 here, at least. We are going with that play action. Deep flood over to the left. We're going to have X. Can we get the, oh, the user defense. Oh my goodness. The user defender of Swaggy sees that play coming, goes flying back to try to make a play on it, gets his hands on the ball, is unable to come down with it. Great defense there from Bowling Green. Looked like a great play from Navy. Sure looked like we had that guy open. You can't expect the user to make a play like that, but he does not get rewarded, and the drive stays alive for Navy. Might have been a slightly underthrown ball there by Victor Von Bloom. His real name's Von Bloom. I keep forgetting. I'll try to put the nicknames like in quotes, but I just wrote straight Victor Von Bloom. That's just what we're calling him. Go to R1 on that in, and we find Taquan Merling. I believe that's the first time we have called that name today. The man coverage, so the CPU defender is not going to react to that ball, whizzes right on past his ear hole, and we find Merling for the go-ahead touchdown. 15 seconds left in the third. The back and forth of this game, and look at the moves. Look at the moves of Taquan Merling. Touchdown Navy, putting them up by 3. That'll take us to actually our only game break here in the third quarter. Oh, I mean, there's 15 seconds left, so I guess that makes sense. Back to UNLV and New Mexico State. UNLV has now found themselves up by 1 with 36 seconds left in this ball game, and I was incorrect earlier. New Mexico State did just take their 1 and made it 14-13. But UNLV striking right back, right over the middle of the field, testing the user of New Mexico State. You're not that guy, pal. We're going to find our guy right over the middle, right on past it. You're even going to get a pass interference, so rub it in a little bit. UNLV takes that 8-point lead late in the third there. Let's get back to our main event. The Falcons are on the move, but face a 4th and 2. Ball at their own 45, 5 minutes ago. I gotta imagine we're going for this. I would assume we are indeed back to our empty bunch wide. This has kind of been the go-to we've seen down by the goal line when we know we just need to get 2 to 5 yards. That's what we're going back to here, knowing we just need 3 yards to keep this drive alive. We are going to get back to the bunch wide. Let's see what Navy ended up picking here. I wouldn't hate just a full shade underneath here. Get the 5-yard hooks, get the hard flats, take away those quick throws. And good thing we didn't. Wow. I think we had that. That looked pretty open over there to the right, but Winborn again Kind of just puts a little too much air on that one, causes it to go incomplete. Navy takes over on downs. In the midshipman put the nail in the coffin here. We are dropping back to pass here with Victor Von Bloom dancing around the pocket. Nobody really open. Potentially could have gone square. Extender lighten up, fights his way through the sack. You kind of wish he didn't at a certain point. That ends up being a 17-yard loss instead of, I mean, that probably doubled the lost yardage on that play. A 2nd and 27 now. Bowling Green's defense looking to keep them alive in this one. Going to the little goal line, quick fork zig. We've seen him throw that delayed slant a few times. I imagine that's probably where we're looking here again. Stemming up that corner route on X. Just doing a whole lot of things. Putting a big out route, a real big out route. Okay, never mind. Brought it back down a little bit over there on square. We had that delay route, but we'll just take it right over the middle and a secure catch for Merling. I mean, that looked like a pretty similar route to what he scored on earlier, but the secure catch brings him down just for a gain of 7. We potentially had a little bit more. I mean, we weren't going to get a ton on that probably, but maybe had a little bit more room to run. So now a 3rd and 20. What is in the Iowa playbook to get 20-something yards? That's my question. I have no idea. A little double post here with a Texas route. We're going to be motioning X over. Yeah, okay. Motion X over. I imagine, is that going to flip his? Really? I assume that would have flipped his crosser so that it's going to the left. But no, he just runs kind of a weird crosser over to the right. I was way too focused on that, and the pass rush of Bowling Green gets in there. There's no way. This would be insane to go for it here, right? 3.5 minutes left. 4th and 20. We can't. You got to punt this up by 3. You can't risk handing Bowling Green's ball back on the plus side of the field. Got to be a punt. It will be a punt. Let's take it to our last game break of Western Kentucky and Army. The Hilltoppers fighting, battling in this one. 28-21, down by 7. Ball at Army's 22 with about 3 minutes to go here. 4th and 5. We've seen Western Kentucky be very aggressive. In this instance, it totally makes sense to go for it, but about 3 minutes to go. Going to an empty set here. Gotta have it if you are Western Kentucky. Try to go for that drag underneath, but the Army defense all over and bring them down short of the line to gain. Locks up the victory for Army in that American Conference clash. Let's see if Bowling Green can put something together here in their American Conference battle to come out of this with a win. That's a heck of a throw by Winborn. All the ones we've seen him miss. The little Texas route over the middle, the little out route on that last 4th down, but that one on the run towards the sideline, not a problem, boss. I got you. And that puts Bowling Green right at the 50. A field goal needed to tie this game. Going back to Oliver Red right up the middle. A ton of room to run. Busts it out. Oh my goodness. He somehow gets dragged down from behind. Navy's secondary is able to rally and bring him down. That had touchdown written all over it for the Big Red Machine. Brings it down to the 24-yard line though. Now Bowling Green, they've got to be worried about clock here again. This is kind of the same situation we saw here in the first half. We want to score this ball with as little time left as possible. Yep, they're even chewing clock. Take it to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go. A 3-point game. Ball in field goal range here for Bowling Green. So how aggressive do we get? Again, we're using that deep half. I don't know what coverage that was though, but we've seen that be risky business for the Navy defense here. Luckily, that one is just a run to Oliver Red. We're able to get down there and bring him down. But look at Oliver Red, 10 rushes, 5 catches, 136 total yards in this one. Him and Jared Merck have definitely been the stars of the Bowling Green attack in this one. Whereas Navy, I mean, they've had Miles Coleman, Taquan Merling, and Caleb Hawkins all kind of showing out. Some good offensive talent on the field in this one. So 2nd and 6, minute and a half. Looks like a Tampa 2 potentially with that. We're using the mid read. Goes for the quick wheel route, but gets knocked out by the outside corner and lays the hit on, I believe that was Big Red, getting taken down there. 3rd and 6, that was number 32. Heck of a knockout there by the Navy defense all over that one. Bunch strong offset, a lot of good things in here. We've seen him call the dagger play before. From the 21, I'm pretty sure you have enough room for that to really work how you would like it to. So I wouldn't be too shocked to see a dagger call here from Bowling Green. Let's see if we're gonna have the hot routes. We're getting aggressive on defense. We're going with the hot blitz. We're coming after you. If you got time, you might find somebody open. We do the check down underneath. Oliver Red, the help defense of Navy, kept Red from scoring on that touchdown run earlier, keeps Red from picking up the first down. Now minute to go, 4th and inches. Are we staying in just the big blitz? No, it looks like we're manned up. We are. It's a big man blitz this time. Last time it was that hot blitz 3, everybody going back into zone. This is all man coverage, and the user defender Ramsey sticks to Oliver Red like glue, stays right on his back, forces the incompletion, and now it is Navy taking over. Just essentially needs 1 first down to win this game. Bowling Green does great job being able to keep all of their timeouts. We are just fully selling out for that run here, bringing Hawkins down in the backfield. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Of course, got to be using one of our timeouts here. Just got to sell out to stop the run. Got to stop Caleb Hawkins somehow, some way. We'll see if Navy's going to try to maybe catch him off guard with a pass of some kind. It's pretty risky, but I don't know what you do. I guess you just trust Caleb Hawkins, right? He's your best player on offense. Try to give it back to him on another run there. Again, Bowling Green all over him, bring them down for a loss of 2. A 3rd and 13 now for the midshipmen. Now do you try the pass here? 3rd and 13. First down ends the game, or do you just, I mean, you might be able to pick it up with a run. It's possible. Got Miles Coleman back in the backfield there. Motioning, okay. Oh, this is direct snap, isn't it? A direct snap to Miles Coleman. Yep, and let the little guy try to find some. See, that's the thing with the little guys. I'm telling you, there's something to these little guys, finding those little gaps. That shouldn't have been any yards, and it looked like he almost actually broke through there and picked up a huge chunk. But Bowling Green's defense stands tall. 4th and 11. There's no way we go for this, right? This would be insane. There's no shot. This has got to be a punt. Has to be a punt. Yes, indeed, it will be a punt. Bowling Green is going to get one last shot here. Down by 3. Let's see the punt here. Where are we going to be taking over here for the Falcons? I mean, pretty short punt. We're going to get this right around the 50. He is going to even get some room to run down to the 37-yard line. You have 38 seconds out of timeouts, but ball already at the 37. Just need a field goal to tie this one up. Oh, this is another how aggressive do we get here? Because we get tackled short of the sticks right now. It's not the end of the world. It's not ideal. It's not good, but it's not the worst thing that could happen to us. We're coming out in some split slot. See if we're going to look for that Texas route over the middle again. Another little shuffle motion going out to the left, just sending everybody deep. Goes for a little curl underneath. Navy all over him. So gain of 3. We got to hurry up here. So it was a little like shuffle all go or something with a curl route on our other halfback. Staying in the split. Oh, we just got nothing. Just got nothing. Oh, I thought that was intercepted. I thought 100% that was picked off. We just had nothing doing on that one, and with Winborn, we're not really able to get out and try to run with them, so we try to get that to the curl route. We need a little bit of better effort there from our wide receiver number 5, Brendan Ridley. Could have used the try to box him out a little bit, try to get some hands on the ball, but at least it fell incomplete. So a 3rd and 7 now. I mean, we have a 51-yard kick. I never check their kickers or punters, so I don't know how good of a field goal kicker we got here with Bowling Green, but 51 on the road. Not going to be an easy feat. Let's see, how are we going to get just a few more yards here, if nothing else? Because we do have time that even if we don't get this first down, we should be able to get a field goal off. Should, I believe. So let's see what we're going to do here. Trips halfback weak. Navy staying in some nickel mint, moving some guys around. A little cover 4 here. Only rushing 3, cover 4 drop, goes to the curl on the right, finds his man. First down, Bowling Green. We are going hurry up here. I thought maybe we could come out and spike this, but we are just going no huddle, staying in our trips offense, getting that snap off. He's staying in it. We're looking for the same thing, and Winborn just puts it right at his feet. We've seen him overthrow a couple, now we see him underthrow one. No pressure in his face at all. He just puts it right on the shoelaces of his wide receiver, unable to make that catch. 11 seconds to go. Bowling Green pushing their luck here, man. At what point do you just try to take your 3 and send this one into overtime? I feel like I probably have done it right now with us being out of timeouts, or just try to drop something to the end zone. I wouldn't try throwing anything short here. Oh, our left guy. Oh, We had it. We had it to number 16 there, but Winborn, we got it right here. The user defender is flying out to try to get there, but a good ball by Winborn on the money is a touchdown for Bowling Green. We're rolling out, trying to make that throw. Winborn unable to do it, underthrown again, and Navy is going to escape with a 24-21 victory. Unbelievable ball game from the guys there. Oh, actually, before I come back to my face, we do have one final game break of the end of our UNLV New Mexico State game. 33 seconds left in that one. New Mexico State lining up for their field goal attempt to try to win the game. About a 40-yard kick here at home, so no stadium pulse, no nothing. Kick is up. Kick is wrong thing. Kick squeaks through that upright, and New Mexico State gets the 1-point victory there against UNLV. So another great week, another batch of great games there. Great games there for both our guys, Swaggy and Ramsey. Congratulations, Ramsey, on the big win. Let's take a quick whip around all the conferences here in week 11, see how everybody fared here. So in the American, we had Army won that game 28-21. Toledo keeps their stranglehold on the American as they take down Marshall 56-28. Buffalo gets a 1-point victory over Temple. That Temple defense, man, they have been holding people down. So Temple did end up scoring in the fourth. That's what made it a 1-point game, but Temple holds on to win that one by 1 point. We will look at all of our conference standings and everything here at the end as well. And we saw Navy get that win against Bowling Green. Down to Conference USA, North Texas gives our new UAB user his first loss, 24-17. Louisiana and Southern Miss. Southern Miss was unavailable to play this week, so Louisiana is going to get the force win. And the thing with the Dynasty too, we have 72 hours to play these user games. If you let me or your opponent know, hey, I'm not going to be available, you can have the win, that's totally fine. But if you go no communication, you just totally ghost, unfortunately, we are going to go to the next person on the wait list to take your spot. But I understand things come up. You just have to make sure we know about it. If you're not going to be able to play your game, no problem at all. Texas State stays undefeated, gets them to 10-0 on the season. Louisiana is also going to be 10-0 on the season, and they are going to face off in the last week of the regular season, and then probably again in the conference title game. Rice gets back on track, taking down Sam Houston 35-21. In the Mountain West, we saw New Mexico State pulling off a 22-21 win, and shout out New Mexico State. They were just featured on our Game of the Week. Pretty sure it was for last week, sometime recently. He's got like a 57 overall squad, but he's at 5-5, 2-3 in the Mountain West. Pretty impressive stuff he's got going on over there. Fresno State unavailable to play this game against Tulsa, so Tulsa will get the force win there. San Diego State unavailable to play this game against Oregon State, but they all let me know about it, so it's all no problems at all. So Oregon State isn't going to get a win there. Utah State takes it to poor old Colorado State. That was just a mismatch from the jump, just from a talent standpoint. Utah State, Tulsa, and James Madison have really put together some crazy squads here. Then last but not least, ODU and our Sun Belt Conference. Speaking of James Madison, laying the wood to FIU, winning that one 62-7. James Madison now 9-1 on the season, 5-0 overall. Old Dominion gets the win against Georgia Southern 42-7. USF takes down Appalachian State. These are going to be our last two opponents. Our next user game is going to be Appalachian State. That's going to be the next video. Then our regular season finale is going to be against USF. Georgia State gets the rivalry win against CPU Kennesaw State. So let's go check out how our conference standings are looking now that we have got 2 games left here in Season 3. We'll start with ODU in our Sun Belt Division. James Madison looks like they've essentially locked up their spot in the conference title game. We got Georgia State sitting at 4-1, ODU sitting at 4-1. Our one loss is to James Madison, but we have beaten Georgia State and we've beaten FIU, so I think that puts us in a fairly good spot. Georgia State still has to play James Madison, and I believe they still have to play FIU as well, so it's going to come down to some mix, James Madison and one of the 3 of us. So if James Madison loses to Georgia State, who the hell knows what's gonna happen from there. All I know is that as Old Dominion, as long as we win out, we should be in a good spot. So that's the Sun Belt. In the American, we've got Toledo. This looks pretty locked up to be Toledo against Buffalo, a rematch. Toledo beat them already in the regular season, but they are 5-0 in conference. Buffalo at 4-1. Navy could still potentially mix some things up here. Let's see who they have got left. They still have to play Buffalo and Army. So they could definitely throw a wrench in here if they take down the Buffalo Bulls in their week 13 matchup. And then, of course, week 14, we get them against Army. It's nice that we actually have user teams for both Army and Navy. So that'll be a more fun way to end the season. But with the Rockets taking down the Thundering Herd, I believe that is going to knock Marshall out of contention there in the American Conference. Conference USA, we have got pretty locked in here. It's going to be Louisiana against Texas State. So Louisiana's going to get that force win this week. That's going to put them at 5-0. Texas State at 5-0. Rice still sitting here at 3-2, but they've lost to both Texas State and Louisiana. So I think we're pretty much locked in here in CUSA. Not a ton of drama happening there. In the Mountain West, though, we've got Utah State bouncing back, getting to 4-1. Their one loss is to San Diego State. Behind them, we have Tulsa, 3-1. Their one loss to Utah State. Oregon State's going to get to 4-1. Or Tulsa's also going to get to 4-1. I forgot about the force wins. They'll both be 4-1, but both of their losses are to Utah State. So it is going to be a race for second place, most likely, unless Utah State drops one. Who do they got left here? Unless Utah State happens to drop to UNLV or New Mexico State. Possible, but Utah State's certainly going to be favored in those matchups. Looking like it's going to be Utah State against one of these two in a rematch for the Mountain West title. Utah State looking to be our only 3-time conference champion. So that is the overview of how we all sit, how everything has gone here in week 11, as we've only got 2 full weeks left here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you guys next time for our user game against Appalachian State. Until then, take it easy.